Um, so I had electrolysis done to my face today, and I was talking to the girl about the dysphoria around that, stuff like that, and about the voice, about using the voice. I walked into the place, the clinic, and the girl who ran the place was like me, right? And I was like, oh wow, this is cool because like I don't have to conform, right? I don't have to conform to kind of like a norm of some sort. It's like I can be relaxed. I can have flaws. I don't have to be perfect and stuff like that. And we were talking about the surgeries and stuff, and she was saying that one of the things she wanted to do was vocal reconstruction, and I want to do that too. But like conversely, conversely, on the other side of it, if you're just doing, if you're just like trying to up the voice, in relation to something like making your life easier, making it through the world without getting clocked and stuff like that, or trying to make it through the world without getting clocked, people, in something like comedy, right? For example, in something like comedy, one of the things that people always do is they come after the voice and the hands, hello, hi guys, how are you, kind of thing, right? And this is funny, and you could even probe deeper into that and saying that like acting feminine is funny. Maybe there's some really bizarre aspect of humanity between the sexes where it's like the weaker sex is, humorous to some degree, or it's like humorous to see, you know, someone who was born male uh, portray this, to be, to have an aspect of like the weaker sex or something like that. Just, I don't know, like it's like we don't get mad at women who are like butchy or tomboys. We don't mock them for the same thing, right? Maybe they'll get mocked for being homosexuals or something if they are, but they're not mocked for being like a tomboy. Like tomboys are sort of revered to some degree, but when you're like me, it's laughable. But my whole stance on the voice, right, is that like this is my voice. Like if you come after me and you start telling me, don't act like you're something you're not, or something like that, right? You know, this is my voice, right? This isn't coming from a voice box or something, right? This isn't some computer generated voice or something another like that. Like if you're talking to me and and you don't see anything about me that you can clock me with, especially my voice, right? You know, where's the magic? Where's the illusion? Where's the trickery, right? And I often say too, like for like guys who are attracted to us, we do this thing where it's like you have to tell them, don't pussy snunt him. You have to tell him, that like if you don't tell him, he has the right to kick the crap out of you and put you in the hospital, right? But yet he was attracted to you because you're female, right? We can get into the science of it or something like that, but the bottom line on that is, right? If you saw what you saw, then you saw what you saw. I'm not a walking hologram. I'm not a walking pre-recorded thing. This me or my voice is not operating on a computer chip. And on top of that, right? Even if I'm not passing with the voice, right? This is my voice, right? This is within my vocal range. I'm allowed to talk in any vocal range, with any vocal pattern that I want to, without being humiliated for it because you think that I'm what? apparently I'm fortunate in that I was born with a higher voice to begin with, a higher level voice anyway to begin with. My brother can hit like a super high note. It's pretty incredible, but maybe it's just has a little bit to do with genetics. I don't think I have the voice down. I don't think it's perfect. I don't think it aids in passing. And if I want to do that, like if I want to master the voice and aims of passing, I have to work at it really, really hard. Like I have to devote like an hour to, an hour a day to making it work. And it's so hard to keep up with when there's so many other things you need to do. Like I just sometimes it's hard to do the vocal exercises and stuff like that because it takes so much work, like to make it work. But if I can make it work, I can make it work, right? It's my voice. The sound is emitting from me, and regardless of what I am or how anybody sees me, right? It's my voice. I can talk the way I want to talk. I can walk the way I want to walk. I can wear what it is that I want to wear. If I feel like I need to do hormone replacement therapy or not, that is my choice, right? I can be as femme as I want to be and not take hormone replacement therapy. That's my choice. You can't kick somebody out of the office, just because of the way they talk or something. They talk too feminine, even if you find it humorous, right? It's like, I don't know. Which is very different than being mocking. If I started talking like a poo from The Simpsons, that would be very much a mocking sort of like cultural thing that I would be doing. But I'm not mocking anybody. I'm not placating anybody. I'm just being me, right? And so that's, in my opinion, that is the biggest passing tip that I can give anybody. Whether I do or don't. On the days I do or whatnot, right? The biggest passing tip that I can give anybody is just be yourself. If your voice is sing-songy, or if your voice is higher, or you just go in a higher natural range when you're happy, or you just want to wear the clothes that you want to wear, right? You're just drawn to wearing the clothes that you want to wear. You want to wear makeup? Wear makeup, right? Do what it is that makes you happy and helps you get by in the world. People are all in an uproar about all this, like transgender, epidemic that's kind of like going on or something like that. This wave, revamping the whole LGBTQ2 plus spectrum or something, stuff like that. It's a minority. It's a lot of hype, right? There's not a lot of people out there just deciding tomorrow, like, I'm gonna go get a vagina. Or something, and for that matter, if like men tomorrow start dressing in pink and wearing makeup, and wearing hairbands or whatnot, but are still very much straight men, so what? Right? So what? I don't think it's specifically a patriarchal kind of thing, right? It's just the way people are. People are like, you need to conform, in order to, my doctor has actually told me, that I need to conform to some degree. And I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. What are you talking about? Right? I don't know. My doctor is a bit of an anomaly to me anyway. But that's my advice, right? When it comes to like something like people saying, well, really you're a dude, really you're a dude, really you're a dude, you can't change that fundamental aspect. I am more than my DNA, and my DNA wanted me to be more than a double helix, right? My DNA blessed me with the ability to move on to being more than just a double helix. To having a level of self-autonomy, a level of self-thought, a level of choice. You know, that was in my DNA. And perhaps even this was in my DNA. Right? It's like you're telling me what my DNA was. You don't know what my DNA was. You don't even know what the hell I have between my legs. How would you know what my DNA is, or was, or isn't? It's a stupid argument. And I've had people come after me, people who know me, like, oh, hey, Aurora, what's going on with the voice? It's my voice, right? I can choose to talk at any range or pitch that I want. I can choose to talk in any way that I want. But really all that you're doing is just mocking me and coming after for something that I'm very dysphoric about. Sometimes I just I don't want to. I just give up, right? Somebody comes after you about something so many times, and you have to put so much effort into making it work. At some point you just kind of roll over and just go whatever, right? But I think, when it comes to the voice, and being in my situation, this is my voice. And I'm allowed to talk in any way that I want to talk, right? Even if you have Ariel Scarcella there, in the intro of every vlog that she makes about any trans person, she starts mocking them. And it's like, are you mocking me, or are you mocking a gay guy? Because there's lots of gay guys who talk like that too, right? So who is it that you're mocking? And why? Just hateful. She's just hateful. There's just some damage done up here to her, and she's just hateful, right? For whatever reason. That's the best passing tip I can give to anybody, Be yourself. Don't repress yourself.